What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am MLB Chatterbox. My name is Christian Corey. Welcome back to another video. You see the title and the thumbnail in today's video. I will be giving you my predictions for the NL Central here in 2021. All that in today's video. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys. So, not a surprise here. I have the Pirates. Rounding out that Central Division in last place. I got them going 42 and 120. If you know anything about baseball, Major League Baseball history, the worst team ever in Major League Baseball history, setting a record for the most losses in a single season, was the 2003 Detroit Tigers. They lost 119, so that means I got the Pirates losing just one more in 120 here in 2021. So that's not good. And the reason why is because their roster and basically the rotation sucks. There's no one in that rotation worth mentioning. They cannot sign a guy like Brian Hayes, one of their top prospects. They failed to extend him. They offered him a contract. I forgot how many years and what the amount was, but the point is he declined that offer. So that's bad. That tells you, the culture is not good. They have nobody in that system that can have an immediate impact in the near future. So that tells you something there. A guy like Gregory Polanco needs to step it up. Last season in 2020, a shortened season, he hit 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, a 153 batting average. That is terrible. The last time he hit over 10 home runs was 2018 when he hit 23. And then in 2019, he hit 6 in a full season. And then in 20, in a shortened season, he hit 7, which I don't understand how you can hit 6 in 19 in a full 162, and then in 2020, you hit 7. I mean, maybe he was hurt in 2019, I don't remember, but that's just terrible either way. I mean, you can't hit 6 home runs in a 162 season and then hit 7 in a 60-game season. That is just terrible and unacceptable. So that's basically why I got the Pirates in last place, breaking a record for all-time losses, because they suck. I mean, it is just the way it is. Next, I got the Milwaukee Brewers in 4th place at 66 and 96. The reason why is because they have some good guys. That rotation is not good. I mean, it's just not good overall. I mean, once you get past Brandon Woodruff and Corbin Burns, who do you got? Honestly, who do you have past those two guys? I just don't understand. People hype up these Brewers. I don't understand. I mean, their overall roster when it comes to the position players isn't bad. I mean, the rotation is just not good past those two guys. They got Josh Hader, who can be a 50-50. He's listed as their closer, even though they got the Rookie of the Year in Devin Williams, another great reliever of theirs, in that bullpen. So they got Josh Hader listed as a closer. So Josh Hader could go 50-50. He could be great. He could be terrible. He has sparks of being the best closer ever. I mean, he just looks dominant. He knows what he's doing. And then other times, he just gets rocked. I mean, he just does. He gets rocked sometimes, and other times he just shuts down games. And that all depends on how they're going to do if he's going to be their closer. I mean, if Josh Hader does well, you would assume they would be winning. But if somehow he's doing well and they're not in a playoff position, or they're not in a position to make a deep run and try to, go for it once they hit that trade deadline, I could see them trading Josh Hader and then just having Devin Williams slip into that closer role for the long term once Josh Hader gets dealt to some other team at the deadline. That's the way I look at it. And then overall, if you look at how their position players are stacked, Keston Hiura is a big prospect of theirs. He needs to do really good. They got Colton Wong, so he could be really good. He has some pop. He's a really good, just pure hitter, singles, double type of guy. I like that. They picked up a guy like Jackie Bradley Jr., which is great. I love JBJ. He can hit bombs. He has some good pop. I could see him hitting, 15, 20 home runs in a 162 slate. That would be great for them. A guy like Christian Yelich, who needs to have a bounce-back season. He was not good last season. In 19, he was hurt, had that knee injury. He came back this season in a shortened season. He was just not good overall. I mean, for a guy like Yelich, he wasn't good. He wasn't that MVP type of player. Last season, he hit 12 home runs in a 60-game season. He batted only .205. He just was not good. He was not good. In 2019, I mean, the guy hit 44 home runs. He batted almost .330, and he ended up with just under 100 RBIs at 97. So that was him, I think, getting hurt in 19, right? So to me, he needs to have a really good season. Look, the Brewers have the potential to do really good things. That division isn't that great. They're not terrible. They're not Pirate terrible, but they're not like Cub Cardinal great either. So they're right in that middle. If everything goes well for them, they could maybe sneak in a wild card spot. But other than that, I don't really see them doing much. And again, they made the postseason last year. They made it the year before, and they lost. So it's just unfortunate for them that they have to lose every time they get in the postseason, and they haven't had that deep run since what? 2018 when they lost to the Dodgers in the CS. So we'll see what happens. In third place, I got the Cincinnati Redlegs. I got them at 72 and 90. The Reds will be okay. They have some guys on that roster who can be good. The rotation isn't terrible. Sonny Gray, Luis Castillo at the top, Tyler May, Wade Miley. Again, those are kind of the top four, I'd say. Sonny Gray can be good. Luis Castillo was great last season. He could be a trade candidate if they're not, in playoff contention. I could see them trading him. A lot of buzz around his name last season with maybe the Yankees wanted him because they needed starting pitching at the time. Maybe he could go to the Yankees or a team who needs him. If he does good again this season and the Reds are out of it, maybe that could happen. I don't think that'd be the smartest thing for the Reds, but you never know. Amir Garrett in that bullpen. They picked up Sean Doolittle. The bullpen isn't tremendous, but those two guys are pretty solid. Joey Votto is currently on the 10-day IL or DL right now, but he could always, come back and be really good. You got to think Votto will be good. He wasn't great last season, but hopefully he'll have a bounce-back season. Mike Moustakas is still on that team. And Eugenio Suarez always has some pop in that bat. I like Suarez. He's been a really good player ever since he went to Cincinnati. Shishugo Akiyama, I hope I'm saying his name right. He was not good last season. The hype was all around him. I wouldn't say really great hype, but in the Cincinnati Reds' eyes, he was hyping him up because they got him over from Japan. But he needs to be good. He wasn't good last season. In 2020, his first season in MLB, he was terrible. He played in 54 games, basically every day. He had 38 hits. He didn't have a home run. He had 9 RBIs, 25 walks, 6 doubles, 34 strikeouts. That's terrible. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. So he needs to be better. That's just the way it is. That's why I got the Reds in third place. Then in second place in the Central, I got the Chicago Cubs at 83 and 79. Now, the Cubs, they made the postseason last year. They lost to the Marlins in the wild card round series, whatever you want to call it. And again, they still have the potential to be great. They have a good manager in David Ross. I like David Ross. I like him. He got him to the postseason the first year. You can't complain. You can't, even though it was extended playoffs, you can't complain as a Cubs fan. You've been pretty darn good. You won a World Series back in 2016. You probably won't win another one for another 102 years. So we'll see what happens. But again, this season, I got them in second place. I don't have them Cardinal good, but I got them okay. And this division overall isn't stacked. I mean, I got the Cubs in second at only 83 wins when I had the Twins at 87 wins in second place. A team like the Yankees at 100 wins. So this division isn't great overall. But with the Cubs, I got them in second. Their rotation isn't the best. It really isn't. They lost Yu Darvish. He's gone. They got Kyle Hendricks, Zach Davies. They got back Jake Arrieta. Their rotation isn't great. It just is not. They still got Craig Kimbrell, which is probably, hampering, the team overall because he has not been good ever since he came over to Chicago. Wilson Contreras, who's always solid behind the dish. I like him. They picked up Austin Romine as a backup. Austin Romine is so old, I could care less what the guy does. Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant at the corners. Look, if Chris Bryant does, really good this season, they will probably, trade him somewhere. It's the way it's going to go. He's going to be a free agent. He's going to walk. There's no way the Cubs are going to sign him back. It's just the sad reality of it. And they're probably going to offer him something, and he'd probably decline it, if anything. And they probably can't afford him, and he's going to walk. It's the way it's going to be. Javier Baez will probably walk too, because his contract is up. This is part of that 2022 amazing shortstop class they're going to have. They picked up Jock Peterson, which I think is good for this year. I think it's a steal. I think they could trade him at the deadline if they're not in it. I think he has some great pop. He'll do great in that ballpark. But overall, this Cub team will be good. They won't be great. They'll end up in second just because of how weak that division will be overall in the Central. So that means I got the Cardinals in first place in the Central Division, and I got them winning 88 games and losing 74. The rotation is solid. It's not bad. It's probably the best rotation overall in the Central Division. Just in the Central Division, not in baseball, just in the Central. Jack Flaherty needs to have a bounce-back season. Miles Michaelis, really solid guy. Adam Wainwright, he's been looking great in spring training. Carlos Martinez, he's looking to maybe look at a spot here in that rotation. So the rotation isn't terrible. And actually, Adam Wainwright has been really good in spring. If you look at his spring stats, a 1.83 ERA. He's pitched just under 20 innings. He's only given up 4 earned runs, 2 home runs. So he's been doing good in spring training overall for the Cardinals. And they locked up, Yadier Molina for 1 more year along with Wainwright. So they'll have that duo working together for another season in St. Louis. If you look at how their roster is constructed, they picked up Nolan Arenado, the big man at third base. Paul Goldschmidt, he's looking to do really good. If they have Goldschmidt and Arenado have really good seasons back-to-back in that lineup, it would be like a Mark McGwire, Jose Canseco type of thing, even though they didn't do that in St. Louis. But you get my gist. That's what it could be in St. Louis. That type of power and that type of lineup. Construction. Paul DeJong, solid bat. Tyler O'Neill, good fielder. Obviously, if Yadier Molina can put together a solid, final hurrah in St. Louis, I think that'd be great. If he could end the season, honestly, with 10 home runs, maybe bat close to 300, end the season with about, 77, 75 RBIs, I think that'd be great for St. Louis and Yadier Molina ending out his long and obviously Hall of Fame career in St. Louis. So yeah, guys, that's how I got the Central stacking up this season. I got the Cardinals winning it in 2021 with 88 wins and 74 losses. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. And I will catch you later.